Hey, hello everyone. Good evening to you. Edward John Jisk here, Eddie Sasquatch. Sorry I'm a little bit snookered right now. Not trying to be, but testing the alcohol in terms of how to make the digestion better and keep the swelling in the legs and the body down. Against the mold issues, that's where I started to try it from. You have the time to right with the eating. So bear with me on that side of things. Thank you so much. Because the apple cider vinegar is so damn hard in the stomach. There's a lot of proclaiming of it, but let me tell you, it's very hard in the stomach. Alrighty, so this is my introductory video. Sorry about the lighting, but it's late, and I'm again trying. I've tried it so many times before, but I get such blockage about doing these damn videos. Excuse me, and bear with me. Thank you so much. Excuse my French. I'm calling upon the people for help because I was trying to do a Micro-Mini-Homestead project, and am doing it, but unfortunately, since the 13th of April, I was told I'm under eviction by the contractor, JPL, out of Brooklyn, New York, without any pre-notice and without any buyout offer. So I have to come to the people and ask for help because I don't have anyone else. You people will end up being my social net. Thank you very much in advance. I was turned on to the GoFundMe project from a lady up in Boston while I was up there in 2015 trying to get the public housing, and I just couldn't hold out on the street anymore, seeing how many people were able to live in those buildings that were sitting around vacant. And I came back down and found that my shed was still there, so I've been down here in Staten Island, FairView Park since. So I'm calling on everyone's help to save FairView Park and put it into a preserve against anyone who thinks to the contrary. What's the one thing they're not making more of? Land that everyone needs. And it's high ground. It's the only unbuilt high ground that I'm aware of anyhow left in Staten Island, a big enough tract which can help to resemble what used to be here when the real people used to be here before all these schmucks were here just tearing everything up for money. Folks, you can't make money without having to tear up the land. And land is something that's beautiful. It's our only, for those of you who believe in God and the Creator, and even those who don't, it's our only contact, our tangible contact for real life. So it has to be preserved. It should be treated like a baby and given every protection that is possible to give it. And so I'm asking for your help to save FairView Park, and at the same time I have to relocate because of the poor air quality is just really causing a very rampant overgrowth of mold, and it's so bodily destructive, and it weighs very heavily against your cognitive, mental and spiritual functioning. So Edward John Jeske, trying to keep it short. This is my introductory video requesting your help. Your donations are going part for relocating, and if I get lucky and can get a group on my side to help against these dirty bees and bees tearing up the land for stupid retail outlets that we don't need. And you know, everyone jumps on Trump shit, and in part after the fact. You're definitely right, because he's a bastard going after you know, fundamental programs. I'm sorry, food stamps and these other programs are fundamental programs. Everyone deserves the right to eat and have a place to live. And at least those are terms that are trying to work to do with real life skills, including volunteer work, which should be existential living in part, and also those that are doing different volunteer services. I include that in there, probably in deference to a lot of other people, and I take a lot of shit for it. So because of the shit I take for trying to get very fundamental programs that our ancestors and forebears fought that we could have these freedoms that everyone unfortunately takes for granted in this fucked up city. God bless those that don't, and don't shit on our ancestors. That we need to help to save that land, and then I also need your help to be able to put enough money together to relocate. I'll be able to do some rebuilding on my own, and it doesn't have to be all in money. You know, I can take it as a land donation. I've been crying for help, but unfortunately I gotta say the following, that I think the cops locally and overall in New York City have been blocking me from getting a good recognition, that they've been trying to be spiteful to me. Not all of them. I mean, I've had some help from them, but you know, it's got to wonder after the fact if it's just help to do search and destroy. So, you know, God bless everyone who helps. I put it towards food and living off the land, But I don't want to be primitive, and anyone who knows of the destructive tendencies on the earth right now knows you can't afford to be primitive. You have to have a certain amount of technical and physical capability. And I applaud all you who have made it further than me, because getting against this social order is an incredible task. It's just overwhelming at times. So blessings and tidings, and hopefully I'll be afforded some of your armies to be able to fight back against this evil doing to destroy the land. When any drug seller should be smart to know that you need space to grow your drugs. Anyone who has a facility to produce, you need land to make your facility. To make any facility, you need the building materials, which all comes from the earth. There's no need to build up the earth when you can build up the damn ocean. The technology is there, and it's been there for how long already? God bless the Dutch for pulling how much land, how many millions, if not billions of hectares of land back from the damn oceans. Drain those oceans back and get that land back. It clearly proves, when you look at the Landsat maps, you can clearly see the difference between land that's flooded and the Great Abyss. So there's no reason to be destroying land when you can see the buildings that are still there from World War II, fighting against those supposed bad Nazis, the Germans, and you can see those buildings out in the oceans built on pylons. That is clear enough to see that that level can't be that deep to build out on pylons out there in some of these areas. So they should be building all this social type of malarkey out there and save the land for your wildcrafting. The wildcrafting is so important, because that's where all your agriculture was learned from. And I've seen out there new species of insect, one new species of insect, and quite a variance in the plant growth, and not enough of that's being recorded, and then the difficulties in being able to grow against the potentially good attempts, man-made attempts, but the catastrophic outcomes that have actually occurred from those good attempts. So it's enough to say that you need to keep an area that's as a preserve, and high ground is so important for all animals, all creatures to have, because of all the flooding that's going on in these times. You've got these massive sinkholes, you got massive draining back in the ocean, so many interesting conditions that were never taught to us in the schools, and they're even hard to come by when you were looking up prior to these events. This is just like within the last 3 years, some of these things are listed, but I only seen it now in this year. Massive receding ocean, massive sinkholes in the Mississippi River, or not sinkholes, but just complete disappearing of the river. These should, raise some major alarms in people of what the hell is going on. So remember that once the land has been destroyed, no matter what you do, you can't recreate those natural events at all. Not with difficulty, but at all. You can't take and reclaim a parking lot. Look at any reclamation of land they've done from any businesses. They're just not able to reduplicate the incredible nature and its ability to make variations and its strength against all the man-made incleminities and natural incleminities. So thank you all for your time. I appreciate Eddie Sasquatch, Edward John Jeske. 347-794-4124. 4 like the number, or numeral 4, E like Edward, Sasquatch like the Bigfoot, SASQUATCH@gmail.com, because of my gruesome appearance. That's after a lot of years of not being able to eat because of hardships in getting the jobs, and then people cheating you on your pay, so-called bad bosses. Alright, God bless you all. For those that will commit, you can anonymously write, and boy, if they can, muster up votes falsely from illegal aliens to, do stupid voting. And hey, how about some of you guys mustering up unnamed votes or unnamed entries to 311 to Mayor de Blasio and Borough President Otto to stop killing the deer and stop destroying the land, that you can make money. Worst case scenario should be building out in the ocean, but that should be made, the first case scenario, as a major spiritual effort to reclaim the land, to say we're going to take back that land against the Great Flood and reclaim it and make it a viable land again. And then you'd further push the ocean out with the things that are sociable, so you've got more land to be able to grow your valuable crops. Thank you so much. God bless. Edward John Jeske out. Ciao, ciao. How do I stop this thing?